Oh, lovely to see you all.
Really is. We've got the theme of buried treasure today. Hidden treasures, buried treasures. So we'll have some Rumi and some hadith and some dances on around that theme. Do you want to start us off? The invocation and things?
So let's begin with the invocation. We'll do the expanded version. Towards the One, the perfection of love, harmony and beauty, the only being, united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Master, the message, the mystery, the miracle, the Mother, the Spirit of guidance. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So we begin with the name of Allah, and we're going to begin with a good grounding dance to connect us to the earth, to feel the earthiness of our bodies and our beings.
Because if you're going to dig for buried treasure, you've got to get to know the earth.
We are the earth. And the earth is part of us. So a good, solid Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Embodying this power, this earth power that steadily moves forward, removing obstacles, clearing the way. Ganesh, the divine one. And I always like to say we can think of elephants because he was the elephant-headed god. And it gives us a sense of this unstoppable momentum, earth power. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Sing that together. Om Gam Ganapataye. Listen. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Sing. Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om 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 Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Right and left. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Really feel those knees bending. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Feeling that weight your weight on the earth, supported by the earth. Imagine you're an elephant. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Stepping forwards. Om Gam Ganapataye. Back. Again. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. You're walking in a circle. Om Gam Ganapataye. Raising arms, feel the energy rising. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Let's all say Jai Ganesha together. Jai Ganesha.
So here's the poem that started us out on this theme for today. It's a poem by Rumi. Yeah, you were going to play, weren't you? So it's Rumi in translation by Coleman Barks, and the title of it is Tear Down This House. Tear down this house. 100,000 new houses can be built from the transparent yellow carnelian buried beneath. And the only way to get to that is to do the work of demolishing and then digging under the foundation. With that value in hand, all the new construction will be done without effort. And anyway, sooner or later, this house will fall on its own. The jewel treasure will be uncovered, but it won't be yours then. The buried wealth is your pay for doing the demolition. The pick and shovel work. If you wait and just let it happen, you'll bite your hand and say, I didn't do as I knew I should have. This is a rented house. You don't own the deed. You have a lease, and you've set up a little shop where you barely make a living, sewing patches on torn clothing. Yet only a few feet underneath are two veins, pure red and bright gold carnelian. Take the pickaxe and pry the foundation. You've got to quit this seamstress work. What does the patch sewing mean, you ask? Eating and drinking. The heavy cloak of the body is always getting torn. You patch it with food and other restless ego satisfactions. rip up one board from the shop floor and look into the basement. You'll see two glints in the dirt. New houses can be built from the transparent yellow carnelian buried beneath. And the only way to get to that is to do the work of demolishing and then digging under the foundation. So let's do some digging for buried treasure. There's a beautiful name of the Holy One, which is Ya Rakib. I'll put it in the chat. Ya Rakib. And this invites us to compassionate, unflinching self-witnessing. And the roots of it point in two directions to help our reflection. One of them is the feeling of watching a sleeping child. Imagine the tenderness, the alert watchfulness, and the pleasurable quality of tenderly watching over a sleeping child. What if we can look under our floorboards with that quality of tender watchfulness? And the other direction that these roots point is to the kind of awe and wonder that we feel when we look up on a clear, dark night at the stars. Especially if you've ever been in the desert or somewhere a long way from the lights of habitation. Extraordinary richness of those points of light stretching towards infinity. The sense of the scale and our relationship to that scale. So this awe and wonder and this tender, compassionate watchfulness. These are the qualities of Ya Rakib. So remember, sooner or later, this house will fall down on its own and the jewel treasure will be uncovered, but it won't be yours then. So let's pull up the floorboards and have a look. Look for those hidden treasures. Look for this depth of understanding of ourselves, all the parts of ourselves, with compassionate, loving, awe, tender awareness. Ya Rakib, 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 and breathing in Ya Rakib, breathing out Rakib. This tender awareness, this sense of awe and majesty and delicate, compassionate tenderness being brought to all of the layers of our being with the breath. And letting the words fall away, just breathing with this tender watchfulness, this loving, compassionate sense of awe and wonder. As Rumi says, we've got to stop patching up this body, focusing all of our attention on the physicality of the body, although of course that's important, but we've also got to look below, beneath, deeper and deeper. Only a few feet beneath are two veins, pure red and bright gold carnelian. Rip up one board from the shop floor and look into the basement. You'll see two glints in the dirt. Amen. So there's a hadith which says, I was a hidden treasure and I wished to be known. And this is Allah speaking, the voice of God saying, I was a hidden treasure and I wished to be known. So I created the human being in order that I could be known. And there's a creation story in the Quran which talks about the same process, the same story. So Allah, knowing that they are this hidden treasure and wishing to be seen, known, recognized, goes to all of the parts of creation in turn and says, will you do this for me? Will you take on this burden of consciousness? That's what this is about. Because through consciousness of self, consciousness of separation, that's how this ability to look back at unity and recognize it, to see Allah, to recognize its presence, can happen. And so Allah goes to the rocks and the mountains and says, will you do this for me? Oh, no, they say, too difficult. You're asking too much of us. And then Allah goes to the rivers and the lakes and the oceans. Will you do this for me? Ah, no, Allah, you're asking too much. It's too painful to give up our knowledge of unity. It's our sense of being part of all that you are. And to the trees and the plants and the grasses, Allah asks them the same question. No, it's too difficult. Please don't ask this of us. And to the birds and the animals, same question. Will you do this? Will you forget your oneness with me in order that you can have conscious awareness and look back and see me? No, no, don't ask this of us. It's too hard. It's too much. And finally, Allah came to the two-leggeds, the humans, and says, will you do this for me? Will you bear witness? And the humans say, sure thing, why not? What could possibly go wrong? And there's the rest of our history. So this is the story of the day of Alastu. We say, Alastu birabikum.
Alastu birabikum.
Am I not your creator, your sustainer? Alastu birabikum.
Alastu birabikum.
La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha illallah.
Is there not only one reality, only God, nothing else? And then the humans saying, we will bear witness, we will do this. Ba'Allah shahidna.
Ba'Allah shahidna.
La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha illallah.
We will bear witness that there is only God. We will take on this burden of consciousness. We will look back and be the witnesses, the hidden treasure being seen. Ba'Allah shahidna.
Ba'Allah shahidna.
La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha illallah.
just going to write some of those words in there. Oops, that did a misspelling, but I think you all know how that one goes. Shahidna, ya shahid is the witness. So that's why not? Why not? They say, we will do this. But Allah shahidna. So the voice of Allah, am I not your creator and sustainer? Alastu bi rabbikum, alastu bi rabbikum, alastu bi rabbikum, la ilaha illallah. I think we were going to do this without the kappa, it's a little bit high for me. Thank you. So let's try that part. Alastu bi rabbikum, alastu bi rabbikum, alastu bi rabbikum, la ilaha illallah. And listen, alastu bi rabbikum, alastu bi rabbikum, alastu bi rabbikum, la ilaha illallah. So that's the second part, which has a high bit in it. So let's try that bit. Alastu bi rabbikum, alastu bi rabbikum, alastu bi rabbikum, la ilaha illallah. So let's do capo 2 maybe then. You can only miss the bottom note, but I have a lot of the top notes, so it needs to come down a bit. Capo 2, let's try that and see if I can manage it. And then we've got Bala Shahidna la ilaha illallah, Bala Shahidna la ilaha illallah, Bala Shahidna la ilaha illallah, Bala Shahidna la ilaha illallah. Alastu bi rabbikum, alastu bi rabbikum, alastu bi rabbikum, la ilaha illallah. Alastu bi rabbikum, alastu bi rabbikum, alastu bi rabbikum, la ilaha illallah. Allah shahidna la ilaha illallah, Allah shahidna la ilaha illallah, Allah shahidna la ilaha illallah, Allah shahidna la ilaha illallah. How are we with that pitch? Is that okay? Bit high?
We could go down slightly.
No, it's all right for everyone else. Good. It's just me struggling up there.
Try 4 in one dance. 4 different keys.
We could, just to stretch the whole thing. Let's try that. You can just put the first note up the octave and then you'll be all right for the rest of it.
Last.
Okay, lovely. Let's try that anyway. So if you're going to be sitting down, then we'll be leaning to the left and bouncing back, and leaning to the right and bouncing back, and then doing a crescent from left to right with the heart, and then dropping into that. These familiar movements for many of us. So let's see how that goes when we're standing up. And if you're lucky enough to be in the same room as somebody else, you can hold their hand.
And I'll hope I'll get the chords right.
Alastu birabikum, alastu birabikum, alastu birabikum, la ilaha illallah, alastu birabikum, alastu birabikum, alastu birabikum. So all this part, this is like the earth holding us underneath. It's like all the time this nourishment, this creation, this sustainer is there, and it's like saying, am I not here for you all of the time? And yet how often do we remember? How many breaths of each day do we remember that? And then we're going to be being these naive, innocent humans, stepping forwards. We'll bear witness, we'll take on this great burden of consciousness lightly, thoughtlessly, forgetfully. And Ba'ala Shahidna. Ba'ala Shahidna, la ilaha illallah. 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 And then we go back to the beginning of the dance, but right at the end we're just going to stay with la ilaha illallah, and we'll go like this. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. Just practicing remembrance. Okay, here we go. Am I not your creator and sustainer? Am I not? Alastu birabikum, alastu birabikum, alastu birabikum, la ilaha illallah, alastu birabikum, alastu birabikum, alastu birabikum, la ilaha illallah. Ba'ala Shahidna, 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 la ilaha illallah. Alastu birabikum, alastu birabikum, alastu birabikum, la ilaha illallah. Alastu birabikum, alastu birabikum, alastu birabikum, la ilaha illallah. Allah Shahidna, 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 la ilaha illallah. Alastu birabikum, alastu birabikum, alastu birabikum, la ilaha illallah. Alastu birabikum, alastu birabikum, alastu birabikum, la ilaha illallah. Allah Shahidna, la ilaha illallah. Allah Shahidna, la ilaha
Rabbikum, Allah Sufi Rabbikum, La ilaha illallah, Allah Shahidna, 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 La ilaha illallah, Shahidna, Allah Shahidna, La ilaha illallah, 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 I was a hidden treasure, and I wish to be known. We are all hidden treasures, exploring ourselves, learning, witnessing. We are not separate from God. La ilaha illallah. These are the treasures we're digging for, this knowledge. Ameen. Ameen.
So this is the also what the Buddhists talk about. Om Mani Padme Hum, the jewel in the lotus. Again, digging for treasure in the mud around the roots of the lotus. To be a jewel in the lotus flower. What are you after here?
My kappa.
Your kappa.
Already got it.
Which is already on your guitar. So we say Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfurling.
To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfurling.
Actually, it's unfolding.
Unfolding.
In the heart of all.
In the heart of all.
To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding.
To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding.
Is the highest call.
Is the highest call.
Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum.
Yeah.
Okay. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Let's try that. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding in the heart of all. To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding is the highest goal. Let's do that part. To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding in the heart of all. To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding is the highest goal. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani, Om Mani Padme Hum. To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding in the heart of all. To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding is the highest goal. Very good. You all right with that?
Yeah, I am now.
Okay, so for the Om Mani Padme Hum part, we're just going to be we're imagining that we're part of a great spinning prayer wheel. We can imagine ourselves encircling the globe as this beautiful prayer wheel turning clockwise, or just stepping to the left. And then we're going to simplify the movements of this dance a little bit. We're just going to be coming in from the heart to be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding in the heart of all, and then turning out. I'll show you, it's easier to show you than tell you. So, coming from the heart, to be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding in the heart of all. To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding is the highest goal. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani, Om Mani Padme Hum. To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding in the heart of all. To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding is the highest goal. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani, Om Mani Padme Hum. To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding in the heart of all. To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding is the highest goal. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani, Om Mani Padme Hum. To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding in the heart of all. To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding is the highest goal. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani, Om Mani Padme Hum. To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding in the heart of all. To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding is the highest. Taking hands in our prayer wheel. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani, Om Mani Padme Hum. Again. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani, Om Mani Padme Hum. Here we go. To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding in the heart of all. To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding is the highest call. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding in the heart of all. To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding is the highest call. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding in the heart of all. To be the jewel of the lotus flower unfolding is the highest call. Om Mani Padme Hum. Let's take our hands up from the heart. Unfolding the light. I'm going to read the Rumi poem again. Give us another chance to hear it and to feel into it. I invite you not only to hear it for yourself, for your own body, your own selves, but also to recognize that every human being that we meet has the potential to be doing this work. Every human being we meet, and all the ones we don't meet as well, they all have these hidden treasures. They all have these jewels in the basement. As we dig for our own jewels and uncover them, it becomes easier to appreciate, recognize the jewels in other people as well. A 100,000 new homes can be built from the transparent yellow carnelian buried beneath. And the only way to get to that is to do the work of demolishing and then digging under the foundation. Tear down this house. With that value in hand, all the new construction will be done without effort. And anyway, sooner or later this house will fall on its own. The jewel treasure will be uncovered, but it won't be yours then. The buried wealth is your pay for doing the demolition, the pick and shovel work. If you wait and just let it happen, you'll bite your hand and say, "Oh, I didn't do as I knew I should have." This is a rented house. You don't own the deed. You have a lease. And you've set up a little shop where you barely make a living sewing patches on torn clothing. Yet only a few feet underneath are two veins, pure red and bright gold carnelian. Take the pickaxe and pry the foundation. You've got to quit this seamstress work. What does the patch sewing mean, you ask? Eating and drinking. The heavy cloak of the body is always getting torn. You patch it with food and other restless ego satisfactions. Rip up one board from the shop floor and look into the basement. You'll see two glints in the dirt. So the four abodes in Buddhist practice are also sometimes known as the four jewels. Loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. And these are some of the jewels that we might find in ourselves and recognize in others as we're digging for treasure. Metta.
Metta.
Karuna.
Karuna.
Mudita.
Mudita.
Upekkha.
Upekkha.
Metta, karuna.
Metta, karuna.
Mudita.
Mudita.
Upekkha.
Upekkha.
Here we go. Metta, karuna, mudita, upekkha. 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 So I suggest you go on gallery view if you're not already and just sing one by one to these beautiful jewel faces on the screen here. And also acknowledge that you are being sung to, that your jewel nature is being recognized and seen and honored. I might get the viola out.
Are you going to stand?
No, we're staying close so people can see each other. So, metta, loving kindness, karuna, compassion, mudita, sympathetic joy, upekkha, compassion, equanimity. Here we go. anyone else you want to. Bring in anybody that you're thinking of with love. Anybody who needs love or healing, loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, equanimity. To write anyone in the chat, then do. Put their names in there. The jewels, the treasures in our lives. So the final jewel that we want to honour today in this treasure hunt is the earth herself, the earth from which all the jewels come, where the jewels hide, this earth that supports us and sustains us, whether we remember or not, whether we're conscious or not. Just consciously bringing our awareness and our gratitude to our mother, Madre Tierra, Madre Vida.
Madre Tierra, Madre Vida.
Mother Earth, Mother Life. Llévame en tu corazón.
Llévame en tu corazón.
Carry me in your heart. La medicina de tu amor.
La medicina de tu amor.
This is the medicine of your love. Madre Tierra, Madre Vida. Madre Tierra, Madre Vida. Llévame en tu corazón. La medicina de tu amor. Madre Tierra, Madre Vida. Madre Tierra, Madre Vida. Llévame en tu corazón. La medicina de tu amor. Beautiful, beautiful. So we're going to stand up for this one, so join us if you wish. But anyway, place your left hand on your heart, your right hand towards the earth, Madre Tierra. And then your right hand coming up to life, Madre Vida, Mother Earth, Mother Life. And we're just gently pacing like this, starting on the right foot. So we start before we sing step right. Madre Tierra, Madre Vida. Madre Tierra, Madre Vida. Llévame en tu corazón. That's right, isn't it? It's turning at that point. I've just lost the plot for a minute there. Yeah, we're turning to the left and coming into our hearts. Llévame en tu corazón. And then reaching up like a child reaching up to be held, for a carry you, for an uppy cuddle, as our boys used to say. La medicina de tu amor, and then bathing in her love. Madre Tierra, Madre Vida. Madre Tierra, Madre Vida. Llévame So let's just get comfortable and take a few breaths, really feeling Mother Earth, Mother Life, Mother Earth beneath our feet, holding us, supporting us, carrying us in her heart. Mother Life pulsing in our veins, breathing in our lungs. I was a hidden treasure and I wish to be known. Let's bring our conscious awareness, our conscious gratitude to Mother Earth, Allah, God, Goddess, Source. Awake and present and knowing what we are so lucky to have, to be, to receive. And also just taking a couple of breaths to drop deep inside, digging again for those jewels, and remembering that just as we love the Mother, she loves us. Just as we honor her, she honors us. We are not separate from her. Her jewels are our jewels. We are her jewels. Can we know not only how much we love our Mother Earth, but also how much she loves us? Ameen. One of the things I love about this Rumi poem that we've been sharing with you, we don't have to do anything because, it's a rented house and sooner or later it will fall apart on its own. The jewels will be released. But also nobody ever said it would be easy, this work that we're doing. But the jewels are our rewards. So the more we dig, the more we do this work with the pick and shovel of uncovering, digging through these constructions that we've built, down to the real earth, the real jewels, and the more the rewards will be there for us. So happy digging, folks, until we meet again. Let's just dedicate, shall we? May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. Peace, peace.